Welcome back, Mac makers. In this tutorial, I will show you how to do a rotation of a sketch in Fusion 360. I've just opened up a new file, so I want to start by saving my file. This is a rotation tutorial. It's in the correct folder, so I will press save. And I want to start by creating a sketch. I've already checked that my units are correct. If I need to change that, I can change the active units. So I'll start by creating my sketch, selecting the XY plane, and then creating a reference rectangle for the size of my design. So I choose center rectangle, click and release on the center origin, then drag my mouse. I want to enter 2 inches by 2 inches because that is the size of the design I will be working on. And then I click and drag while holding the key down to select my objects and turn them into construction lines. Because again, this is reference geometry, it's not part of my final design. I will sketch a circle. And now I'll show you how to rotate this circle about a point. So to rotate, I'm going to hover over my circle and right-click, select Move, Copy. Now instead of doing a free move or a translation, this time I want to select Rotation. Now when I select Rotation, it asks me to select an axis, so that's what I'm going to rotate it around, and whether or not I want to create a copy. I'm going to create a copy, and now I need to choose an axis. Okay, so right now I'm looking at this in 2 dimensions, which means I cannot see the axis I want to rotate it around. So I want to start by changing my view a little bit with the view cube. So dragging this so I can kind of see that this is actually 3-dimensional. And then over on my design tree, I'm going to click on the light bulb next to origin. And you'll see that my axes just popped up. So again, if I rotate around here, so I drag my view cube and I can look around, I now have the X, Y, and Z axes that I can select. So when I click select next to axis, I can select the origin axis as what I want to rotate around. Now that I have it selected, I'm going to look at my front view so I can see what my rotation looks like. Click and drag, and I can rotate my shape as I see fit. If I want to rotate a certain number of, or a certain degree, I can always enter that value in directly. So say I want to rotate 90 degrees, I can enter in 90, 95, or I can freely rotate using this control. So again, to rotate an object, I'm going to hover over it, select Move Copy, create a copy before I change anything, select Rotate, and then I need to select the axis of rotation. So I want my axis of rotation here. I don't see it, so I can just make the origin visible, and then select my axis, look back from the front, and I can rotate it by moving or entering a precise angle. Once I completed my rotation, I can stop the sketch and save my design.